Good morning. Happy Saturday. Today is last week in July. I don't have the exact date, so I'm not going to guess. We are in Vermont today. We are going to go into the backside of the Expanse, an area that is behind me. It's going to be fairly thick woods. It's one of those few times I actually broke out a compass because once I get into the woodwork, I may need one. I don't know. I don't foresee it, but we are going to see where we end up. There's a pond a couple 100 yards in that I want to check out for sign. And we'll see how good my navigation skills are today and see if we get there or not. If not, I have a plan B down the way, which is not as glamorous, but it is still pretty much a challenge, so we're going to do one or the other today. We're going to get moving and we'll see where we end up. Okay, so after a first rocky start, we got across a small stream up where I thought we were going to go in, and don't remember it right, obviously. We were horseback, but now we're into the woodwork, and what we're going to do is kind of parallel the Expanse area where it's a little more forgivable in here, and then get to the backside and see if we can get to that other pond or not. This is effectively a new effort. I haven't gone that far in, so I don't know if it's doable or not. We'll see. The terrain may prove less than cooperative. We'll kind of figure that out. It's a nicer day up here, so hopefully the camera will behave better. Last week we were local and it was muggy as all hell, so I have to remind myself the camera does not like humidity and will auto shut off at some point. It was also in the high 80s and warm too, so I'm sure that didn't help. So this area is not specific for activity. Like I said, this is kind of a new effort. So we're going to try to parallel the Expanse. I'll attempt to get a drone over to kind of give an idea. Should the pond not be accessible this way, there is a pair of ponds that way, which I can potentially get to over the back side of the Expanse. So that's going to be plan A1 versus plan B. I'm trying to just find the kind of like the best avenue of attack here, because the distance we're actually covering, minus terrain and things in our way, reminiscent of New Manitow, if anything like hoses my attempt to get in here, it's going to probably be deadfall, which there is a little bit of. So, because the distance we're covering actually isn't really all that great, not to disillusion my adoring fan base, but the ability to get through here is going to be, I hear running water. I can see the stream too. So we're going to take this at a different angle around the other side of this deadfall, because I remember that being more jumpable the further this way you go. So we're going to, but shit like this is a pain in the ass. Regarding the camera messing up, I just did something. I'm not sure what it did, but I might have done that. I need to get around this. If I get stuck in too much of this stuff, I'm probably going to go with a plan B, because my patience for it's going to be limited. But then again, if the camera's a putz all damn day, I'm going to be annoyed by that too. Last week, the video I got last week is what I'm going to have, based on the fact that the camera was being an asshole in the heat, and not really a lot you can do about that. This looks jumpable in the right spot. I don't think I have it on the video from this when I was here the last time, but I did wipe out on my backside looking something like a doofus, so we are obviously going to try to avoid that today. But we need to get through this damn deadfall, which is proving annoying, but we'll see how the camera behaves. Worst case scenario, the water is maybe, I'm just going to get my feet wet, it's just easier. It is just easier if I just walk in the water, not try to balance, because that way I don't fall on my ass. So I'll take one for the team and just get my feet wet. So let's continue. Get up to where it looks like it's more traversable again. That seems to be the word of the day so far. So while I'm making my way through this, things in the Bigfoot community this week, it's been a quiet week. So I don't think there's really a lot to report on. You know, I could go into another rant like last week about the BS in the community. There's no shortage. And I'm just trying to find a path of least resistance to get over to where it looks like it opens up along the side for a nice view. I'm just trying to avoid spots with dense undergrowth because the ground is not level. It kind of goes up and down, and dips can make for unexpected hazards. Actually, you know, I'm sorry, I'm getting pushed away from the view I want to get to because of effing deadfall, which is irritating. Sorry about that. Just kind of irritating me. So let me think here. I don't want to go all the way over there. I'm just going to push through this BS. And look, more deadfall. There are birds in the midst, so I don't think there's active stuff going on in the immediate vicinity right now. But I think I've mentioned this before. The telltale sign to perk up for that is usually when you just have deadpan silence. Right now I'm hearing birds and the like, so I'm going to go over here because it opens up more, and I'm already getting kind of bored with deadfall. You notice I've been harping on it. But this is the expanse. Plan B is to go over that way, around the back. And then on the other side where you can see the far end over there, let me see if I can zoom. There, there's another pair of ponds to get to. Either that or what my original, I'm just wondering if this stuff is so thick it's worth the effort, because if you get turned around in here, not that I'll be needing search and rescue, I don't think, but I would rather not, A, embarrass myself, and B, be stuck in here for the better part of the night. You could probably get lost enough to spend the overnight in here finding your way back, and with crap this thick, if you honestly did find yourself in that situation, you're probably just better parking your butt and waiting for daybreak rather than trying to stumble around in this shit in the dark, because you would probably only make your location sense worse. So, little navigational tip there. If you end up getting stuck in this stuff in the dark, It may suck, it might be bug infested, but unless you know exactly where you're going, you're probably better off just feeling it out from, what the hell is that? Okay, nothing, never mind, we're good. So, sorry, just listening in for a bit. So we're gonna keep going. I think we're past all the necessary streams to jump or wade through. Like I said, I just decided to wade through it. It's just, sometimes it's just easier to take the path of least resistance and not get forced into a situation. That is looking really thick in there. So the pond in question is more or less that way. How reachable it is, drawing upon my experience and unfinished business with New Manitou, is such that I'm not going to marry myself to the idea automatically. It's more a matter of whether I can see my way through and kind of guess where it is. Otherwise, I'm just blindly striking out into what looks like really thick crap. If I follow the pond, by contrast, I have a measurable way I can like kind of gauge where I am and get back just by following the contour of the pond. That's pretty foolproof. But so there's a view of the larger area. Now the camera will freaking behave. The camera's not behaving. Better. Okay, so you can literally hear cars on the, I'm coming down the dirt road, so we're not obviously that far in. So it's looking really dense. So we're gonna, I guess we'll have to make a call fairly soon once we get through this. Again, undergrowth or deadfall. So memory serves it being this way, so we'll make an effort. Head uphill maybe 100 feet and see if we can find indication of that without losing sight of the expanse. Because it's not really that far, it's just you're heading into some fairly thick stuff at this point, and if I have to stumble over this BS all the way up, I'm probably not going to have the patience. Because it does make, I mean, there is nothing but fucking deadfall in here, pardon my French. And you get off course. This is what happened at New Manitou. You end up, you want to keep a straight line, and you can't because you get pushed off course walking around or over this BS, which I'm already doing. I don't want to. I mean, I can see the expanse through the trees, so we're good, but I want to maintain a relative line of sight without getting too far in, for the sake of proper navigation. But let's see how we do. Well, I basically know the way back direction-wise, and the expanse is huge, so we can do that. So we'll do that. You can already see I'm having fun. So But it is looking like I'm going to lose sight of the pond pretty quick, so head up this way and see what pops into view. The pond is, I think, 200 to 300 feet based on Google Maps, and it's deep in the woods, so you kind of come right up on it. So we'll have to see how that works out. Presuming I'm going in the right direction. If not, we'll go to plan B. I'll go in 100 feet and we'll see if I can see any sign of it. If not, we will go with plan 1. What I call it, A1. Plan steak sauce. So there are too many things pulling at my feet. That annoys me. But so the one disclaimer I'll give here is I don't necessarily recommend people that are new to hiking do what I do. Only because, I mean, I do have a compass too, so I mean, right now I know I'm heading basically west and north. Like, my orientation right now is west, south, north, east. So going back would bring me east. This gets really effing thick though. All right, we're gonna go a little bit further and we'll see what we're gonna do here. Problem is now we have all this crap, and bleeping camera. If walking through, I don't want to get stuck in a mode where, what the hell? Oh, toad. Scared me, little buddy. Where I have to go over stuff like this chronically and stumble and trip and fall, because that is detrimental to good progress. So far it's manageable, but this is really, as far as line of sight, you can see yourself, it's really just not. I've already lost sight of the expanse too, so basically I'm going to go in a straight line for a little bit. If I don't see sight of that pond, I'm going to opt for the safer alternative today. Maybe try to get the drone in the air and position it so we can find that pond. Again, I don't necessarily recommend what I'm doing for those, because I mean, right now I can find my way back, and my spot of navigational return is huge, so tripping over it is just basically going in that direction, and you will hit it. It's like the size of like 4 or 5 football fields, hence the name The Expanse. These stinking grabber bushes, on the other hand. So here's the trap. Over there, there's an apparent opening in the woods. I don't buy it, because that is a trick, and I more or less want to actually go in that direction, don't I? I see opening on the top of the trees, not at the bottom level though. And for that reason, I'm going to probably go another 50 feet in this direction and make a call if I see any sign of anything. Otherwise, I'm just kind of going through here blind to my potential detriment. We'll go with plan steak sauce at that point if I don't find the pond. If I do, yay for me. If I don't, does that open up? I mean, we're parallel with the logging road that came in too, so I'm not that lost. Let's make that our spider web all over my face. Now this could be deceiving, and probably is, but there might be a pond or an opening that looks like a pond within a couple feet over here. If I'm wrong, I will call it a day. We'll exercise the steak sauce option after I get sick of... Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry to the religious among us. You would think I would get sick of doing this. Okay, so I see an opening-ish. And if I get to there, then interesting. It does look like it opens up. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll turn around, and again, return is that way, so we're good. It's actually just like grabber bush crap, so you have to just kind of push through it. Shit. Okay, so if that is an actual opening, nice tree break right here. My skepticism is shrinking. That actually does look like it opens up. So, bear with me 1 second. So we need to go around this and then kind of cut to the right a little bit. Let's I guess the question is, how far am I willing to commit to pursue this before, I mean, I still can navigate back, but I do want that pond on my resume, so. It's basically right there, I think. I just have to go through all this grabber shit to get to it. I think. So big tree through grabber hell and kind of maneuver over to where I can get a better line up to where I think it is. Again, big tree is our meetup, not you, the other one. And let's take a look. You son of a bitch. Worst case scenario, though, if I do get turned around, is the expanse does literally parallel where I am right now. Moose tracks. Okay, I think this mud flat goes right into it. We're still recording. This is where you look for tracks. Bullwinkle is literally, we're looking for other kinds obviously, but let's yep, it's right there. If I get through this freaking shit in my way. I think this is our quarry. It would be great though if it stopped looking like an effing pond and like opened up into something. Otherwise, I don't know where the hell I'm going. And the camera's going to be an asshole today, I guess. So I'll just have to deal with it. So again, steak sauce, name of the game. That pond could be anywhere in here. When I get the drone in the air, I'll try to locate it. The camera is just out of its mind ready to just be an asshole today, so bear with me as I maybe lose my temper with it. It is not liking the humidity level, and which has gone up quite a bit actually since we got in here. So can't really help that, I guess. Oh, there's like literally no way here that I don't have to go over deadfall. That's annoying as hell. Or grabber bushes. Okay, so we're actually, I think, right at the corner. So we kind of did more. We did more of a straight line than I think, maybe. Let's verify that or not. Yeah, this stuff is more navigational, more friendly to that, so we'll do that. And yeah, we're just right at the corner. So we're going to see how far we can make our way this way instead, once I come out and have a look to see exactly where we are. We came in from over there. There's going to be a lot of deadfall to walk through, but as long as I can keep this in the line of sight, we should be all right. So, steak sauce ponds, which are now their name, are over there. We just got to weave through this stuff. So, let me just get a quick timestamp on the day. We're still doing pretty good. So, yeah, I could go further into the area I was in. Hopefully I have footage of. And get lost, or I can do this. We're going to do this because it's more foolproof. And duck and weave through this mess, which is its own set of foot placement challenges, but oh well. I might take a segment break just to kind of maybe rest the camera if it's going to actually, I might actually make better time closer to the pond, because I'm not, these little seedling things are kind of getting thick, and that is kind of, you're walking through a stick field, and it's kind of annoying. Let's get over here. See if we can make better time over here. Okay. Not really, but we'll do the best we can. I think by the time I'm done with this, I'm pretty much doomed to be coated with one big spider web. So my little 8-legged buddies are going to be part of the day, whether I like it or not. Keep thinking I hear something. Would this be a trail of some sort, moose or otherwise? So once I'm trying to remember mentally, because I have been back here, I want to say 3 years ago, and during that time I swear I keep hearing people, but it's a damn frog. It gets thick or something over here, so getting to the ponds may be problematic, but we're gonna kind of get over here and get a look at the middle of the expanse. So if I were to hammock, right here would be a good spot, because you could set up night vision out here and see this whole thing and kind of be far enough back into the woodwork. If you were quiet, you wouldn't necessarily advertise your presence too much and the like. But you have this pond system over here. We're going to walk over and have a look. We might do a segment break to allow for the camera to do its little hissy fit thing and then get to ascertain if this is a natural stream or a beaver pond. Screams beaver pond though. Most of the things in here are. It's actually amazing the effect that beavers have had on this ecosystem. All these lovely scenic ponds and the like are pretty much their handiwork. So I am going to position myself thusly here and get some scenic shots, and then we will be back, allowing the camera to be a little snot. Okay, we're back. We've probably covered a couple 100 feet. We are actually needing, if I can get a clear spot, over there. And as memory now serves, the problem I ran into the last time is this gets a lot more dense. And to get over there is not as easy as it looks. So I have to, we're not quite yet to the point where I consider my options, but we're getting there. So I need to kind of fall around this tree and get a bigger picture perspective look at this. And I'll take things from there. Something was digging up a storm right there. So let's get clear of this and get a look at what we're up against. We're getting more deadfall now because we want to get that way, and this is in our way. So let's see what we can go a couple, maybe 100 more yards, and see if we can, if this clears up, we kind of angle over to the other one. Otherwise, Mike 0 and again Expanse 2 as far as the backside exploration goes. Yeah, so we need to go this way, sort of. And I don't know if... The trouble is, if we go out there, it's just as brushy out here as it is out in here. Let's take a look and see what we're up against. This is like swampy. Let's get a look at what we're up against from out in the open. If we're not going to sink into this. And it looks like we're going to sink into this. So we need to get through this scrubby shit and get over there, because the other one's over there. So Out here is not an option because you can hear my feet sinking into the swamp as we speak. So let's get back in the tree line and see what we can do. Or if we're at the point of no return. So, yeah, outside the tree line gets mucky really quick. And let's see what we can do in here. See if this hopefully opens up again. If not, we're going to backtrack and then try to get in from maybe the road. See if that's doable. And the path of least resistance too, because this is looking thicker and you can hear me breaking things off more frequently. So let's get up here, take a good hard look at what we're heading into, and we want to go that way, and that's only getting thicker, and that forces into this, which is getting thicker and deadfally. So the executive decision made is we're going to fall back and try to get in from the road after we do a drone over flight of this area, which we've done before, but we're going to do it today too. The difference today is we're going to try to get high enough in the air that we can get the pond in the view, because it's not that far. It's navigating this stuff and being in the right direction, which again, when you have to navigate deadfall and you can't go in a directly straight line, eventually your sense of direction erodes and you lose sight. So what we're going to do at this point is take a segment break as I make some ground coverage, and we're going to get back to the car. We're going to go down the way and explore option stake source or plan B from there and clean some of this cobweb stuff off me and my camera. So we're going to take a segment break at this point. So this is the expanse in its totality. We were trying to get over there, and that is easier said than done. You get the undergrowth in this place this time of summer is just dense, 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 and it's too easy to get turned around. I'm going to see what the level. It's actually solid here, so we'll venture out a little onto the savanna here. I kind of walk over to the, as far as we can without getting our feet wet. I was hoping to get over to that rocky shoreline over there, but this is kind of not totally playing ball now. Let me see how well I can do here. At least we're out of the tree line for a bit. All right, I don't know how much of that I lost because the fucking camera won't stay on. But pardon the anger. If God forbid the fucking thing would stay. I keep telling myself I'm going to get a second one because this one does tend to suck at times. And I haven't thrown it in the water yet today. I have thought about it. Anyway, enough temper. Let's move on. Find our way towards the stream and get out of this undergrowth for a while. I think we have to walk over a little bit to get to where it's more jumpable. Actually, this is the one I waited for. So we'll go there. I might just take the segment break just to freaking avoid the annoyance of the camera for a bit after I get through this shite. The stream's basically on the other side of this hill. Small hill. Oh, excuse me. I get annoyed when it keeps pushing me sideways. I want to go through. You son of a bitch. We're going this way. I'm still going sideways. Irritating. I don't like having my course dictated to me. So where is this damn stream? I mean, I can hear cars on the road. We're right nearby. Literally within 100 yards of the dirt road. So it's not like we're lost. We just got to navigate the friggin' underbrush. Find our way back roadside, which will take probably another 15 minutes. So I am actually going to take a segment break, I think, once I get up here. So I can focus on getting out of here. And then we'll size up steak sauce. So this is going to count as our outro. We're going to kind of go down here because we're on the cusp of the outer. Damn, that was easier to look at from the road. This is basically the other pond, and it's not really looking that friendly. It's see if I can wade out a little bit into this. It is tall grass and swampiness, and from here it's about where we can get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move over in a parallel. We not to disillusion you that I did another long bushwhack. We're actually about 10 feet from the road. Apparently you at least get a little scenic overlook to get trying to see if there's any place where this opens up a little more and you can actually kind of see in a little further. If not, well, maybe there's a reason we didn't try to break into this thing because it is looking beastly. So yeah, we're gonna walk. Hey, look, more undergrowth to kind of stumble through. We're not even that far from the road. What I'm trying to do is gain some ground without, well, I guess we're just gonna go up to the road. I've really just so had it with fucking undergrowth today. So, yeah, you're doing that thing again. So let's try that again. If the camera will behave. Thank you. I don't know if you can see all the way in there, but it looks like it might get better on the other side, but I'm not going to fight my way through the initial tall grass and whatnot to get there from here. It's nice to know you can get there somehow, but I will, on the way out, try to find a best angle to get in. Maybe from further out. I'm going to walk along the road, see if there's a better angle, but we're going to probably wrap up here and take things from there. So this is going to kind of be the outro. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you the next time and take things from there. Thanks.